Hello everyone, we're going to go over science exit tickets April 13 all the way to April 17. Have you noticed that sometimes I leave a message for you here? Hopefully you noticed that. We went over April 13 before. I'm going to go over it quickly because I want all of the exit tickets for a week stays together. What is weather? Write a complete sentence. If you talked about weather is if a day is cloudy or sunny, if it's warm or cold, if you mentioned all of the weather elements, I gave it to you. If you just mentioned one of them, whether it is cold or warm, I didn't give it to you. You just talked about one element. And the definition is right here on your slide. Weather is a day-to-day condition of atmosphere. For majority of the exit tickets you have, if you go to the date of this slide, you have all of the answers listed right there. Someone who studies weather or is an expert on it is a meteorologist. Paleontologist studies fossils. We talked about it. Geologist studies earth. Zoologist studies animal. What are the weather elements? Again, if you go to the lesson quickly, you have to have all of these listed. If you're missing one of these, you don't have a complete answer. So the last one is the complete statement or list. Wind, temperature, air pressure, precipitation, cloud cover, and humidity. Moving on to the next exit ticket. You can do it. Yes, you can. What instrument or tool we use to measure the temperature? Answer in a complete sentence. Remember R from race? Restating when you're answering. The instrument or tool we use to measure the temperature is a thermometer. Which statement is accurate? Choose all that apply. When the liquid in thermometer goes up, it means weather is getting cooler. No, when it goes up, it means the temperature is going up. So it's warmer. When the liquid in thermometer goes down, it means weather is getting cooler. Yes. When the liquid in thermometer goes up, weather is getting warmer. Yes. The last two. Some of you chose all three, and I don't know what were you thinking. How can getting cooler and getting warmer for the same thing be correct? So if you answered three of them, you just got 1 point. These two wrong answers, the wrong answer canceled one of your answers and you got 1. If it was the test from the district, you would get 0. Remember, you need to have both correct answers to score on the district tests. What is the temperature? Degrees Fahrenheit and degrees Celsius. I'm going to go over my Fahrenheit. I'm going to figure out what is the relationship between my numbers first. Each one of them is jumping 20. So the middle number is 10. 10 plus the previous one. So if this is 100, this is 110, and it's about 2 or 3 above it. If you wrote down 112, if you wrote down 114 or 16, even I gave it to you, it's close enough. This one, majority of you got it correct. This one is just jumping by 5. 35, 40, 45, and it's a little bit above it, so 46 degree would be correct. As long as you were close, I gave it to you. On question 5, which season do you think the information is from? Because these are very hot temperature, the correct answer is summer. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Which of the following is a good tool for measuring the temperature? This goes back to the experiment you had. Let me go to the lesson. The experiment talks about, and some of you did it in your houses. You did it with your siblings and you enjoyed it. Thank you for sharing your experience with me. When you put your one of your hands in cold water, another one in warm water, and then move them in the room temperature, the one that was in cold water feels warmer. It's like you're coming from outside, which is snowy, inside the room, but and you feel warm. But those of you who were in the shower with warm water, and when you come to the room temperature, it feels cooler because it's cooler than the shower, right? That's the same thing. And because our hands are feeling the temperature of the same measurement differently, they're not good and reliable for measuring temperature. So hand is not a good way to measure temperature. Measuring tape is for length. I had a kid who chose measuring tape. Thermometer is the correct answer. I had another friend who chose a scale. This is for weight, not temperature. In this experiment, how would the right and left hand feel when they have been placed in the room temperature water? We're talking about this. I just went over it. Some of you just wrote down it feels differently. I gave you 1 out of 2. Some of you said they're both feel warm. That's not a correct answer. One of them feels warmer, one of them feels cooler. If you talked about different experience, you got 1. If you talked about exactly how they feel differently, you get another point. So 2 points for the correct answer. Moving on. It's as easy as ABC. What are the 3 different forms or state of water? If you wrote down solid, liquid, gas, you got it. If you wrote down ice, vapor, and water, you got it. The correct answer when we talked about forms or states are solid, liquid, gas. Which statement is correct? Choose all that apply. This goes to the lesson again. Let's go back to it. You have the temperatures here. Freezing temperature is 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees Celsius. Boiling is 212 degrees Fahrenheit, 100 degrees Celsius. Now get to the question. The last 2 are the correct answers. This one was the link at the bottom of your slide. So you could just go to it. It talks about if you increase the heat, what happens to the movement? Not the size of the molecules, whether they're far apart from each other, the movement of the molecules. I'm going to go to the lesson. I'm going to click on it. I'm just going to watch what happens. This one is neon. This is a gas. I need to go over water because this is what the question is about. And these are the states of water, guys. Solid, liquid, gas. If I increase the heat, let's see what happens to the movement. Yes, they're getting further apart, but what happens to their movement? They're not getting smaller. What have the kids wrote down? They're getting smaller. They're moving faster. Good for you. That was it. And the last exit ticket for science, it's a breeze. This is easy. Which of these graphs is a line graph? I'm going to go over the lesson quick. There's my lesson here. The line graph, usually you see some points and then they're connected by a line. So that's a line graph. I posted a video here for you. I taught the lesson. I was surprised that out of about 70 students in 4th grade, look at here, only 17 of them watched the video. And I can say exactly who in our classroom watched the video because those are the kids who scored perfectly on the questions. Let me go quickly on the lesson, on the question. So these are the points. They're connected with lines. So this is a line graph. C is the correct answer. This talks about days of the week from warmest to coolest. I had a kid who went from coolest to warmest. Obviously, that student didn't get the score for it. Warmest is the highest point on your graph. So this is going to be your Sunday. Next highest is your Friday. Next highest is your Tuesday. Then Wednesday. Then Monday. the coolest day is your Thursday. Oh, I forgot Saturday. So let me try again. It's Sunday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, then Thursday. This one's asked for your temperature on Monday and Friday. Monday go all the way up, 10, 20, 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Friday, you go all the way up. It's between 50 and 6, so it's 55 degrees. Those kids who watched the video that I taught got the perfect score for it. Okay, loves, take your education seriously as always. This is going to benefit you in long term. Enjoy your time with your family. I miss you very much, you know that. I hope to see you soon. Who knows, maybe I stop by your houses to say hi. And we gotta keep our distance, social distancing, but at least I see your beautiful, handsome, kind faces. Take care of yourself. Miss Lala loves you. Happy learning.